What's good, YouTube? It's KJ, and today I'm back with another YouTube video, bro. We reacting to, you feel me? Kai Cenat has completely cut off Rakai, you feel me? We finna just go ahead and get into this, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get into this, bro. Before we get into it, though, y'all be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on this YouTube video, bro. Let's just go ahead and get into it, though. Let's go.
All the way to Taiwan. It cannot go to the Q's for me. I had to take one test, okay? I gotta take one test. If I pass that bitch, June 20th, I'm gonna fucking graduate.
There is a date circled on Rakai's calendar, June 20th. For the past year, he has been
Today is June 20th.
career, quietly working towards something that most of his employees probably assumed.
Today is June 20th, by the
He
way.
made the announcement on stream. If he wanted to physically walk across a stage and receive his diploma, he needed to be present in Syracuse from May 30th through June 20th.
All right, listen, the bad news is, right? So, graduation is
That nigga not finna make it.
I graduate June 20th, right? But with the bad news, right? For my mom told me for order me in a school called for order me to graduate and walk the stage, I would have to re-enjoin in-person school until May 30th till June 20th.
Unfortunately, the announcement did something that almost felt scripted. It immediately illustrated exactly what everyone had been saying about him for years. The words just did not come out right. Instead of saying, "in order for me," what actually came out was,
my mom told me for order me in a school called for order me to graduate.
And the mispronunciations did not stop there. When he tried to say re-enroll, what the chat heard instead was,
I would have to re-enjoin.
The comment section exploded instantly, as it always does. Clips got clipped, shared, and ratioed within minutes.
This nigga can't say re-enroll. How ain't he about to be 18? I don't know. He got to be about 17, and you can't say re-enroll, like re-enroll back into school. I don't see how. Like, bro, all he had to do was go to school, come home, and stream. That's all you had to do. He living up. You know what I'm saying? Now he's stupid.
But here is the thing. As entertaining as those moments were for the internet, they were genuinely the most harmless part of everything that followed. Because while people were busy sharing the mispronunciation clips, the actual situation behind the scenes was getting significantly more complicated. The school informed Rakai that even if he completed every single requirement needed to graduate, he might still not be allowed to attend the ceremony in person. Not because of his grades, not because of attendance issues, because the administration had determined he was a potential disturbance to the event.
Okay, and let me talk. So then, boom, I had 3 meetings. One is saying like, okay, I go to school, so I can't go to school right now. They're saying, okay, they said that the school been talking about me going back to school, and they think like it's just not gonna work. Like, you went to school, no one's gonna be able to focus, which I think that's just, you feel me? I think that's facts or not. That's terrible. They say if I go to school, oh, I'm a cause shit like that. Y'all saying facts?
The reasoning wasn't entirely difficult to understand once you knew the context. Rakai had already publicly announced on stream that Kai Cenat and the rest of AMK would be attending his graduation. He had turned the whole thing into a major event before it had even happened, telling his audience and essentially inviting everyone he knew in the streaming world to show up and celebrate with him. From the school's perspective, what was supposed to be a straightforward graduation ceremony for students and their families suddenly carried a real risk of becoming a social media spectacle. Administrators concluded that his presence could shift the entire focus of the day away from the students who deserved to be at the center of it, the ones who had worked on this moment for years without any of the external attention that follows Rakai everywhere he goes. Then things got worse. While streaming, Rakai discovered that he had a 0 in history, not for a single
a 0 in history. This nigga ain't graduating, folk. He planned on graduating, but got zeros, fam. He should have just dropped out. I mean, I don't know. Do y'all think Rakai should have dropped out? Let me know if y'all think Rakai should have dropped out, bro. Cause I mean, he already successful. He a millionaire. He's a millionaire. He is a millionaire. Since you're a millionaire already, all he had to do was just go back to school and finish school. Go back in. You know what I'm saying? You got the money. Go to school. Finish high school. Come back and start streaming again once it's done with. That's all you had to do. Come on now.
Assignment or a missed test, but for the entire year. His explanation was that the online school system had never properly displayed the assignments to him, so he had simply never completed them because he had no idea they existed.
They say that I didn't do a whole, I didn't for the whole year online, I didn't do no history. They say I have a zero in history. How the fuck I got zero history? And how the fuck do I got a zero history? Cause guess what? Online, it never showed me I had history. You feel me? And y'all laugh like that shit funny, bro. That shit not funny.
After 3 separate meetings with the school superintendent, a path forward was eventually negotiated. 1 test, a single social studies regents exam. Pass it, and he gets to attend graduation in person on June 20th. That was the deal on the table.
The good news is that I had to take 1 test, okay? I gotta take 1 test, and if I pass that bitch, June 20th, I'm gonna fucking graduate.
At the time of the stream, the exam was 10 days away. On the surface, that might sound like a reasonable window, 10 days to prepare for a single test. But the context matters considerably more than the timeline, because Rakai has already failed this exact exam multiple times before. This wasn't unfamiliar territory for him. It was the specific thing he had failed repeatedly, and now everything was riding on 1 more attempt. He told his chat that there would be no shortcuts this time. He acknowledged with what sounded like genuine self-awareness that the test was being taken in person, which meant the usual workarounds were completely off the table.
And so we gotta do, chat. So I gotta pass this 1 test. And now you failing? See, that's bad. Like, chat, why you telling me use ChatGPT for the test? Nigga, I can't use ChatGPT, bro, because it's in person. It's in person, bro. So like, chat, listen, basically, chat, okay, it's a region. It's a social study region. That's what I'm saying. I felt that shit multiple times, bro.
He kept asking everyone to keep their fingers crossed. He said repeatedly that he was genuinely trying his hardest this time, and meant it. And for perhaps the first time in a very long time, a surprisingly large portion of the internet was actually rooting for him rather than waiting for him to fail. That shift in public sentiment felt significant.
We're back, baby! Come on, we here, we deliver it! We got you! You want the handles?
A sign that people were willing to extend goodwill if it looked like he was genuinely putting in the effort. And then the Kai Cenat situation happened, and it overshadowed almost everything else. Just 1 day before the stream where Rakai laid out everything that was at stake, Kai appeared in his stream. Not as a guest, not in person, just sitting silently in the chat as a viewer watching along like anyone else. Rakai saw the notification immediately and did what most people would probably do in that moment. He addressed it directly, asking the question out loud in front of thousands of people watching live.
Hey, chat, hold on, chat. It might be delayed. It might be delayed. Hold on. Chat, it might be delayed. Chat, he left or no? He left? Chat, it might be delayed.
You need to go to a speech therapist. Like fast. Like, you need to go to a speech therapist fast. Like, you feel me? Don't nobody stutter more than a New York streamer. Them niggas stuttered so bad. It's crazy. They speech impediment shit is all messed up.
Will you come to my graduation June 20th?
No answer came. Kai left the stream without responding to a single word.
He know the nigga fell. He know the nigga not gonna graduate.
That's what I'm saying right there. That's what I'm saying right there. So I don't want to graduate anymore. The fuck, bro? I don't even want to graduate
The silence hit harder than almost anything Kai could have actually said. Because this wasn't just any viewer leaving quietly. This was the person who had originally pushed Rakai to stay in school in the first place. The person who had repeatedly held up Ray as the example Rakai should follow. The person who, according to multiple sources close to the situation, had specifically promised to be there for the graduation. He appeared, saw the message directed at him in real time, and left without acknowledging it. Rakai's reaction afterward was immediate and unfiltered. He did not attempt to hide what he was feeling or redirect the conversation towards something else. He went straight to the comparison that had clearly been sitting in his mind for a long time before that moment.
What the fuck? What you doing? Kai went all the way to Taiwan. You can't get an accuse. Fuck that. Kai went all the way to Taiwan. You can't get an accuse.
Bro, we understand it. God damn. This nigga be overdoing it, bro. Damn.
It's Lee an hour away flight, bro. That's fucked up, bro. Nah, mentally, bro. Hold on, no, bro.
When Ray graduated, Kai Cenat did not simply send a message or show up locally. He flew from the United States all the way to Taiwan, an international trip across the world, specifically to be there in person for that graduation.
Hold on. The difference is, yo ass, the difference is, Rakai don't listen. Rakai didn't listen to Kai, okay? He didn't listen to Kai. He misbehaved. He took advantage of Kai. Oh yeah, I'm back. You feel me? Not too much on me. Came back with some food, by the way. But listen though. My girlfriend had called me, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? My girlfriend called me, you feel me? And so we ended up talking, we ended up chatting. She had me on the phone with her for about an hour or two. That ain't got nothing to do with the video. Let's just go ahead and get back into this reaction though. Come on.
Look at my boy. Here, my boy. Yeah. Of course, my boy. You good? Nice to Of course, I could have missed it.
And now Rakai is in Syracuse, not Taiwan, not another country. A city reachable by a short domestic flight from almost anywhere on the East Coast. Ray got Taiwan. Rakai is asking for Syracuse. That comparison carries real weight, and the reason it stings so much is that Kai was not a passive observer in Rakai's decision to go back to school. He was a direct and active part of it. Kai did not casually mention education once in passing and leave it at that. He sat Rakai down and deliberately used Ray as the example of what finishing school could look like.
That boy Ray used to have to get dressed and put on his uniform when he didn't want to go to school. Go to school, only stream on Friday and Saturdays. When he got motion. Ray had to put on his uniform or call me and say, "Kai, I don't want to go to school, but this shit is ass. I want to stream." Guess what he did though? He went and he was cooking. And that's your main squeeze. Y'all like this. That's your boy. That's your boy, right?
That is my main squeeze.
That's your boy. You ain't right. You ain't right. So if he could do it, why can't you, bro? You got
Hold on.
one more year, gang.
That boy wasn't hearing none of that shit. He wasn't listening to none of that shit, bro. On God, on everything.
I want you to be able to show niggas that not only you can stream, but you can also get your shit done. But look though, you can't show me no grades. So look, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do Jimmy Fallon, right? I'm gonna pull up on my boy Rakai.
Multiple people with direct knowledge of the situation later stated that Kai had specifically and explicitly promised to attend the graduation when the time came.
Take in what people tell you and let it affect you on a day-to-day basis. You must take it in and just use it as fuel. It'll only make you stronger. If somebody tell you can't do something, you prove to them that you can.
You right.
I hope when you go back home, everything I'm saying,
No, I did saying for
I
sure.
hope you do your homework when you go back home.
No, I am.
I hope so. I really hope so, bro.
I am.
Cause I know you're not.
Yes, I am.
I remember I said I'll come to your graduation. You graduate.
Deadass?
Yeah, so pass. Make you a promise here. I promise you right now. Look. I'll come to your graduation. If you pass, if you're able to graduate, which is when? Next year?
Yeah.
I'll come to your graduation.
Bet.
I'll come all the way to Syracuse just for you. To see you graduate.
Now I'm gonna make sure I graduate, nigga.
Let me up. You need a handshake.
That promise became one of the primary sources of motivation, keeping Rakai moving forward during the stretches when he wanted to give up entirely. When the workload felt overwhelming and the setbacks kept accumulating, the idea that Kai would be there at the end of it all was part of what kept him going. So when Kai appeared in the chat, saw the message, and left without a word, it wasn't just a social media moment. It felt like a direct hit to one of the main reasons Rakai had pushed through everything in the first place. Now, some viewers have defended Kai's position. Their argument is that the concern isn't personal, it's logistical. If one of the most followed streamers on the planet physically shows up at a graduation ceremony in Syracuse, the event transforms overnight. The attention shifts immediately from the graduating students to Kai, security requirements increase dramatically, crowds form outside the venue, students who spent years earning this moment suddenly become background characters at their own graduation while cameras and phones point somewhere else entirely. It's not an unreasonable position, and it's worth acknowledging that Kai's presence anywhere in public generates a level of attention that most people genuinely cannot relate to. But to fully understand how Rakai ended up 10 days away from a single make-or-break exam in the first place, you have to go back much further than this graduation saga. Rakai originally dropped out of high school to pursue streaming full-time. As his
Bro, and they try to say that Kai Cenat is better than I Show Speed. I know this ain't Kai Cenat, this is Rakai, but who put Rakai, like, who got Rakai out of the slums? Who got Rakai out of the slums, bro? Kai Cenat.
As audience grew, the criticism around his education became a recurring theme. People constantly mocked him for struggling with basic words, spelling, and communicating clearly. Clips of him mispronouncing things and working through simple concepts went viral repeatedly, and the mockery became so consistent that it essentially became its own genre of content built around his name.
But listen, you like how I look? I was in my soul.
Yo, run that by me again, bro. Yo, is he the first
human being that speaks 0 languages, bro?
Like, bro, I gave you a chance. I slowed it down and made sure that I heard you properly, and it turns out...
Yeah, be on that Kai ABC mouse plan, because whatever you got going on, bro, you can't communicate to save your life.
What's up?
What the fuck?
Yeah, you can get a little bit of something to it.
Wow, man.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it. Just by
Dog.
thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Rakai can't speak for shit, bro.
Bro,
It's the hard thing to do.
I'm like, you know, I'm on the phone. What? What about this? I'm on the phone. What about this?
Bro.
That's what the fuck you doing? Never forget the bed. Never. Don't ever talk back saying you forgot your drink.
What the fuck?
What's your necessity?
What?
Necessity. Huh? What's your necessity? What's your necessity? Wait, I'm saying it wrong. What's your what's it called? Oh, ethnicity. Wait, Chad, what's it called? How you say that right there? Ethnicity, yeah, my bad. Ethnicity.
Like Caucasian?
Oh, you're just Caucasian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cause you could have been like anything else. I don't know. It's like that.
Rakai.
Medicine. Bro, fuck this shit, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm just gonna take. Yeah, let's go.
Read this. Come on. Read this right here. Right here.
Our life is beginning to get very.
A life, my nigga. Own.
I mean, at least.
Oh, no, own.
Yeah, goes mad.
A life.
Yeah, Charlie.
Fucking.
Go. But it can also.
What the fuck? I didn't know it was that bad, y'all. I didn't know it was that bad.
sneaker equation, I would say these sneakers have gone through.
What's a vowel right now? You in 12th grade, nigga. What's a vowel, bro?
It's like a vowel, nigga.
Oh my God.
The criticism became widespread enough that he eventually decided to address it by enrolling in a boarding school program while continuing to stream at the same time. That plan collapsed before it even started. The boarding school arrangement was cancelled before day one arrived, not because of anything academic, not because of anything the school did, but because the school began receiving death threats directed at staff and students. The source of the threats traced back to the backlash following Rakai's comments about El Rubius and Mexico during a Mr. Beast video, which had triggered a sustained response from portions of the Spanish YouTube community targeting virtually every project and platform connected to him. The boarding school had absolutely nothing to do with that drama. It was completely uninvolved in whatever had caused the controversy, yet it became a target anyway, and faced with legitimate safety concerns for the people inside it, administrators pulled out entirely. The same behavior that had helped create Rakai's education problem ended up directly sabotaging one of the most serious attempts to solve it. After that, online school became the path forward, and that's what eventually led to this moment. One test, one ceremony, one final chance to close the chapter on something that has followed him for years. Whether he can actually pull it off is a question only June 20th can answer. That's going to do it for this.
Guys, guess what today is? Today is the day for Rakai. Today is Rakai's day. It is June 20th, 9:42 p.m. as I'm recording this. June 20th, 9:42 p.m. We gonna see. I'm saying, I don't know if I make a part 2 to this, but we gonna see what happened with Rakai. We might add a Z. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for more reactions. I'm see you on the next video. Peace out.